Hey Virgo, come sit with me because what I'm seeing for you right now is absolutely fascinating and I need to share this with you. I just pulled cards for your love energy and honestly, the message is so clear, it gave me chills. So I'm shuffling here thinking about Virgo energy and this whole concept of rekindling an old flame, and the cards are practically jumping out at me. You know how sometimes the universe just has this way of being incredibly specific? This is one of those moments. The first card that came forward for you is the Six of Swords. And Virgo, this is not what I expected for a passion reading. But now that I see it, it makes perfect sense. This card is showing me that you've been in this transitional phase emotionally. You've been moving away from some difficult emotional waters, and there's this sense of finally finding calmer seas ahead. But here's what's really interesting about this card in your reading. The Six of Swords traditionally shows someone being guided to safer waters. But in your case, it's showing me that this journey you've been on, this emotional healing and growth, has actually been preparing you for something beautiful. You've done the work, Virgo. You've processed things, you've learned from past experiences, and now you're in this space where you can actually receive love in a healthier way. The boat in this card isn't just carrying you away from problems, it's carrying you towards someone who knew you before. Someone who understands your journey because they were part of your story when it was still being written. This isn't about going backwards, Virgo. This is about moving forward with wisdom. I keep looking at this card and I'm seeing how the figure in the boat is not alone. There's someone guiding this journey. In your situation, I feel like this represents how you and this person have both been on your own healing journeys. And now there's this divine timing bringing you back together when you're both in a much better space. The second card that appeared is the Queen of Cups. And Virgo, this is speaking to your emotional maturity right now. You know how Virgo energy can sometimes get caught up in analyzing feelings rather than just feeling them? Well, the Queen of Cups is showing me that you found this beautiful balance between your analytical nature and your emotional intuition. This queen is sitting by the water, totally comfortable with the depths of emotion, but she's also grounded on her throne. She's not drowning in feelings, she's mastering them. And in the context of rekindling an old flame, this tells me that you're approaching this potential reconnection from a place of emotional wisdom rather than just nostalgia or loneliness. What's beautiful about the Queen of Cups appearing here is that she represents someone who can love deeply without losing themselves. Virgo, you've learned how to maintain your sense of self while being open to love. This is huge growth for your sign, because Virgos can sometimes either become overly critical in relationships or completely lose themselves trying to be perfect for someone else. Or the Queen is holding her cup, but notice how it's closed. She's protecting her emotional energy while still being open to connection. This suggests that you're not going into this potential rekindling from a desperate or needy place. You're coming from a place of fullness, which is exactly the right energy for reconnecting with someone from your past. I'm also seeing in this card that your intuition about this person is spot on right now. You're not romanticizing the past or ignoring red flags. You're seeing this situation clearly, with both your heart and your mind engaged. This is the Queen of Cups energy, emotional intelligence combined with genuine care. The third card is the Page of Pentacles, and this is where things get really interesting for your reading, Virgo. Pages represent new beginnings and fresh perspectives, but Pentacles bring in this energy of building something real and substantial. This isn't just about romantic feelings, this is about actually creating something meaningful together. The page is studying that pentacle so intently, and I'm seeing this as you and this person from your past taking time to really examine what you're building together. You're not rushing into anything. You're being thoughtful, practical, and intentional about how you want to proceed. Very Virgo of you, actually. But here's what's surprising about this card showing up. The Page of Pentacles often appears when we're learning new skills or starting new projects. In your love life, this suggests that reconnecting with this old flame is actually going to teach you new things about yourself and about love in general. Even though this is someone from your past, the relationship itself would be completely new. I keep getting the sense that both of you have grown so much since you were last together. The page energy is showing me curiosity, willingness to learn, and this beautiful beginner's mind approach to love. You're not trying to recreate what you had before. You're curious about who you both are now and what you could build together from this place of greater maturity. The page is also holding that pentacle up to the light, examining it carefully. This tells me you're being very discerning about this situation. You're not just falling back into old patterns because they're familiar. You're consciously choosing to explore this connection because you can see genuine potential for something stable and rewarding. Now, the fourth card that came through is the Three of Cups and Virgo. This brought such a smile to my face because it's showing me celebration and joy around this reconnection. The Three of Cups traditionally represents friendship, community, and shared happiness. But in your reading, it's indicating that this rekindling is going to bring so much joy, not just to you, but to the people around you too. I'm seeing friends who remember you and this person together being genuinely happy to see you reconnect. There's this sense of things coming full circle in the most beautiful way. The Three of Cups shows three figures raising their cups in celebration, and I feel like this represents you, this person, and the blessing of the community around you. What's really touching about this card is that it suggests this isn't going to be a secret or complicated situation. The Three of Cups is about open celebration, shared joy, and community support. Your friends and family are going to be supportive of this reconnection because they can see how happy it makes you and how much you've both grown. There's also this element of celebration in the card that tells me this rekindling is going to bring back some of that lightness and joy that maybe got lost along the way. Virgos can be so serious sometimes, so focused on improvement and perfection. But the Three of Cups is reminding you that love is also supposed to be fun and celebratory. I'm also getting this sense that you and this person are going to find yourselves laughing together in ways you haven't in a long time. There's something about reconnecting with someone who knew you during a different chapter of your life that can bring back parts of yourself you might have forgotten about. The Three of Cups is highlighting this beautiful rediscovery of joy. The fifth card is the Knight of Wands, and this is bringing in some serious passion energy, Virgo. Knights are all about action and movement, and wands represent fire, passion, and creative energy. This knight is charging forward on his horse, totally focused on his mission, and in your reading, this represents the passionate pursuit that's about to unfold. Now here's what's interesting. This knight energy might actually be coming from the other person in this situation. While you're being thoughtful and careful with your Queen of Cups and Page of Pentacles energy, they might be the one who's more direct about wanting to rekindle things. The Knight of Wands doesn't hesitate. When he knows what he wants, he goes for it. But I'm also seeing this knight as representing your own passionate nature that's been awakening lately. Virgos are earth signs, so you tend to be more cautious and practical about love, but there's fire in your chart too, and this knight is showing me that fire is being stirred up in a major way. The Knight of Wands is impulsive and enthusiastic, which is probably not your usual approach to relationships, but I feel like this person brings out a more spontaneous side of you. They make you want to take romantic risks and be more adventurous in love. This is beautiful growth for you as a Virgo because it's showing you that you can be practical and passionate at the same time. I'm also seeing in this card that there might be some traveling or long-distance communication involved in this rekindling. The knight is always on a journey, always moving toward his goal, and I get the sense that one or both of you might need to make some effort to bridge physical distance or time that's passed. The sixth card that appeared is the Four of Swords. And Virgo, this is such a profound card for your situation. The Four of Swords traditionally represents rest, meditation, and peaceful contemplation. But in your reading, it's showing me something deeper about this rekindling process. The figure in this card is lying in repose, but they're not asleep. they're in a state of peaceful awareness. Above them, 3 swords hang on the wall, while 1 sword lies beneath them. This is representing how you put to rest the conflicts and challenges from your past relationship with this person. You've found peace with what happened before. What I love about this card appearing here is that it shows you're not approaching this rekindling from a place of unhealed wounds or unresolved drama. You've done the inner work. You've found peace with the past, which means you can engage with this person from a clean slate emotionally. The 4 of Swords also represents strategic planning and careful thought before taking action. This aligns so perfectly with your Virgo nature. You're not just impulsively jumping back into something because it feels familiar. You're taking time to really think through what you want and how to proceed in a way that honors both your growth and theirs. There's also this element of sanctuary in this card. The figure is resting in what appears to be a sacred space, suggesting that this reconnection is going to provide a sense of emotional safety and peace for both of you. After whatever storms you've both weathered since you were last together, this rekindling represents a safe harbor. I'm getting this sense that you might have a period of just talking and reconnecting as friends before anything romantic develops. The 4 of Swords energy suggests taking things slowly and allowing the connection to unfold naturally rather than rushing into the physical or romantic aspects. The final card that came through is the 9 of Pentacles. And Virgo, this is absolutely perfect for you. The 9 of Pentacles represents independence, self-sufficiency, and enjoying the fruits of your labor. This woman in the card is standing in her beautiful garden, surrounded by abundance she's created through her own efforts. In the context of your love reading, this card is showing me that you're approaching this potential rekindling from a position of strength and completeness. You're not looking to this person to complete you or fix something that's missing in your life. You're already whole and happy on your own, which means any relationship you enter will be a choice rather than a need. This is such beautiful energy for rekindling an old flame because it means you're not trying to go back to who you were when you were with this person before. You're bringing your current, evolved, independent self to the table. The 9 of Pentacles woman has her own vineyard, her own beautiful home, her own sense of accomplishment, and you've built that for yourself too. What's also significant about this card is that it represents someone who has learned to enjoy their own company and create beauty in their life. When this person comes back into your picture, they're going to find someone who has flourished on their own. This is incredibly attractive energy, and it sets up a dynamic where you're choosing each other from a place of desire rather than desperation. The bird in this card represents the freedom you've maintained even while being open to connection. You're not going to lose yourself in this rekindling because you've worked too hard to build this beautiful, independent life. This person is going to enhance your life, not become your whole life. I'm also seeing in this 9 of Pentacles that you've developed discerning taste. In all areas of life, including love, you know what you want and what you deserve in a relationship now. This old flame is going to have to meet you at this level of quality and intentionality that you've established for yourself. So Virgo, when I look at all these cards together, the message is incredibly clear and beautiful. You're being prepared for a rekindling that's based on mutual growth, emotional maturity, and genuine compatibility rather than just nostalgia or convenience. The journey you've been on, represented by the 6 of Swords, has brought you to this place of emotional wisdom shown in the Queen of Cups. You're approaching this with the practical curiosity of the Page of Pentacles while remaining open to the celebration and joy of the 3 of Cups. The Knight of Wands is bringing in the passion and pursuit energy, while the 4 of Swords ensures you're coming from a peaceful, healed place. And the 9 of Pentacles confirms that you're doing all of this from a position of strength and independence. This isn't just about going back to something old. This is about creating something completely new with someone who understands your foundation. The cards are showing me a rekindling that honors both who you were together before and who you've both become since then. The timing feels like it's aligning perfectly, Virgo. You've done the work on yourself, you've built a life you love, and now you're ready to share that life with someone who already knows and appreciates the core of who you are. This rekindling has the potential to be even better than what you had before because it's built on a foundation of individual growth and mutual respect. Trust your instincts on this one. Your cards are showing me someone who's worth the risk and a connection that's worth exploring. Just remember to bring all of this beautiful energy you've cultivated, your independence, your emotional wisdom, your discernment, and yes, your passion too.